All right. So this is a very, very quick review on Wolverine and Deadpool. Um, Yikes! It's hard to call this a movie. Didn't really have much of a plot. Don't get me wrong, super fun. A lot of cool cameos. I'm not gonna give any spoilers in this very short review of it, but it was fun. It was fun for sure. Very action packed. If you're just going to the theater to watch one of those enjoyable movies and hoping you won't feel cheated out of your money, this is the movie for you. Um, there's like some very loose plot points. I want to say at least four that you can follow along. The Wolverine half of the story definitely where the movie shines. Um, there's a lot for you to enjoy. I also did not think the actor for Gambit was going to work at all. That's the only spoiler I'm gonna give. But he did. He actually didn't look too bad. I definitely have to see it at least another time for me to actually form a full-on opinion on the movie. Um, Again, like I said, very enjoyable. It is definitely an experience to remember, and man, it's hard to find something good or bad to say about the movie. Bad, it's mainly that it's just doesn't really have much of a story going on. It's if it was to be labeled as a cash grab, very well done cash grab. It definitely carried a lot of potential to bring the MCU back into the fold. There's a picture I came across that kind of summarizes what the MCU has been for like the last couple years, and I'll put it up in the screen somewhere here, maybe. But yeah, it's an enjoyable movie, a lot of fun, I'm just very tired after watching it. It's man, I'm tired of the constant trend of movies coming out with a bad story or not story at all. Some of the decisions felt odd for the characters. Overall, though, they very much stuck to what the formula already has been. Deadpool had a lot of fourth wall breaks, as he usually does. He was pretty much character on point. Wolverine, Hugh Jackman as him, always, in my eyes, perfect. There were some things here and there that you'll definitely notice when you see the movie, and I guess a light spoiler is it kind of did him right compared to how Old Man Logan handled everything. But it's not the only movie I watched today. I also watched LongLegs. Weird thriller. Starts off as like a detective kind of mystery solve movie. A lot of religious tones, and they're not very subtle. They're like there. One complaint I have about the movie: some of the decisions the characters make don't seem like what the character would do at all. I mean, don't get me wrong, I definitely recommend the movie. If I were to rate both movies before continuing my like somewhat review of Longlegs, I give Deadpool a good B if it was like a regular American school grading. If it were to be on a scale of 1 to 10, definitely sits at a good 8.6 for me. It's enjoyable. It's fun. Can't even like say you gotta turn your brain off to enjoy the movie. It's like, and you never get a chance to turn it on in the first place. But you notice a lot of the underlying problems with the movie. And then if I were to rate Longlegs, like a 7.7, not an 8 for sure. Not. It had a lot of enjoyable parts. If we were to split the movie into thirds, first third, amazing, loved it, kept me engaged the entire time. Definitely did not go the way I expected the mystery and whole thing to go. I like that it kept the killer somewhat ambiguous, but not at the same time. It definitely took its sweet time trying to reveal and like tie everything together. By the end of the movie, it did feel like it tied everything together, but the ending was not very enjoyable. I kind of felt upset on how the movie ended. If it doesn't get a sequel, it'll be even worse, because this is the kind of movie that definitely needs another companion movie to like actually make it work. If it was to be taken as a standalone movie, it's got a lot of problems. For one, like I said, characters make decisions, especially the main character makes quite a few decisions that go pretty much against what the character already had been set up to be. Set design, lackluster, but it's more of a down-to-earth movie. Do keep in mind the whole religious tones to the movie. One thing, it focused a lot on the evil side of religion rather than like, I don't know, having that rightful force to kind of like balance it out. It was definitely a it was pretty much a what the fuck movie. Every twist and turn was just confusing overall. In the first half of the movie, you're pretty much confused until everything starts to tie together. Like every little thing in that movie matters. A lot of the background has very important little pieces of information that if you just so happen to miss, you won't understand the movie. I was just kind of staring at the whole screen the whole time, because it's something you kind of learn to pick up when you keep watching horror movies, especially newer ones that have been coming out. The background always matters. There's always something in the background that will give away some major plot point to the movie later on, and this one's no different. But I definitely had my fun with it. As much as I got upset by the ending, I definitely give it a 7.6. Yeah, I think that'll be my definitive rating for it. Average, C. You can turn your brain off if you'd like. I wouldn't recommend it. There's a lot of stuff you can actually overanalyze in the movie and underanalyze, depending on the type of person you are. Though, I will say, if I were to choose between both movies, here's the thing. LongLegs falls into a niche that not a lot of people are into. That's why the movie has only made like 65 million, I think, so far, and that's very low, especially for any recent Hollywood movie. I mean, I don't know. Aside from those two, the last one I saw was the Planet of the Apes movie, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, and that one was that one also I'd have some few problems with. I will probably make another video going into a deeper dive of the Planet of the Apes series. I think there's a lot of worth in those movies, especially when it comes to storytelling. But yeah, LongLegs falls into a niche more than thrillers usually do, because everybody knows a good thriller like Halloween, Friday the 13th, horror thriller movies that so far have made a household name for themselves. But LongLegs definitely isn't one of those. It's they fall in line a lot with the Conjuring universe, where it feels like there's other movies that are tied into the same kind of chronological stance of the movie. Takes place during the 80s. Yeah. It goes from the 60s to the 80s when it comes to the time frame, if I remember correctly. Pretty much focuses mainly on the 70s, and that's a lot of where victims of the killer kind of happened in that time frame. But ran out of storage. But as I was saying, yeah, a lot of the victims come from that time frame, and the movie does a pretty well job at establishing that there's a pattern to these killings, and I feel like it was a missed opportunity where they didn't expand much on the main villain of the movie itself. And when you get the revelation of the main villain and stuff, it's kind of like, well, I definitely should have seen that. Yeah, it's like good movie, enjoyable. I would definitely watch it again just to kind of pick up on smaller things that happened throughout the movie that I may have missed. But overall, if it's gonna be your first time, I'd recommend it. It's gonna be a little confusing, but overall, pretty good movie, I'd say. So out of the two, on one side, you got LongLegs, you got Wolverine and Deadpool. So superheroes, explosions, cool Easter eggs here and there, a whole bunch of fuckery practically in that entire movie. Go for Deadpool. My rating will definitely be a 7.7 for that movie. 8. Yeah, actually 8. 8 out of 10 will be my rating for that movie. On the other hand, LongLegs over here, it'll stay a definitive 7.6 for that movie, for sure. After a rewatch, it might change for both of them. So this is like a first viewings kind of rating. So if it changes within the next couple weeks, you'll see on our podcasts. By the way, I have to apologize. A lot of stuff happening in life, so we've been missing for a bit. But you'll see us soon. So hope so. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next one.